In 1973, Asuna Watase, an elementary school girl, has matured quickly since her father's death, while her mother works long hospital shifts. She spends her days listening to mysterious music from her late father's cat's whisker receiver, accompanied by her pet cat, Mimi, who has unusual red markings. One day, Asuna is attacked by a creature, but is saved by a mysterious boy, Shun. She treats his wounds, and they listen to her radio together. Shun reveals he is from Agartha, a hidden land, searching for something. Before parting, he gives her a blessing with a kiss on the forehead. That night, he falls to his death. The next morning, Asuna learns a boy was found dead, but refuses to believe it's Shun. At school, substitute teacher Mr. Morisaki lectures about Agartha, the land of the dead, catching Asuna's attention. She visits him to learn more. Later, she finds another boy resembling Shun, Shin, at her hideout. Suddenly, armed men called the Archangels attack, forcing Asuna and Shin to escape underground. Inside, they encounter a Quetzalcoatl, which Shin refuses to kill, instead giving Asuna his Clavis crystal. The Archangels kill the Quetzalcoatl, and their commander, Morisaki, uses the Clavis to open a gateway to Agartha, taking Asuna with him. Shin follows, revealing himself as Shun's younger brother. Morisaki seeks to revive his late wife. Asuna chooses to stay with Morisaki, and they enter Agartha. Meanwhile, Shin is tasked with retrieving the Clavis, but fails when Asuna unknowingly keeps a fragment. He sets out to stop them. Along the journey, Asuna is captured by the Izoku, shadow-dwelling monsters. She meets a girl, Mana, and they try to escape but fail. As night falls, the Izoku appear, but Shin rescues them, getting injured. Morisaki and Mimi find them, and Morisaki defeats Shin when he tries reclaiming the Clavis. Asuna convinces Morisaki to help Shin, and Mana leads them to her village.
Thank you for bringing our village's child.
The village elder allows them to stay for one night, but warns that top dwellers bring misfortune. The next morning, Asuna and Morisaki leave, but Mimi stays behind. Later, Mimi dies, and Shin performs a ritual for her. Upon learning villagers plan to kill Asuna and Morisaki, Shin decides to protect them. Asuna and Morisaki are ambushed near a cliff, but Shin saves them. Morisaki continues alone after giving Asuna her Clavis fragment. Shin fights the villagers but stops when they sense the Clavis reaching the gate of life and death. Asuna, lost and reflecting on why she came to Agartha, realizes she was lonely. She is attacked by Izoku, but saved by Shin. They later meet a dying Quetzalcoatl, who shares its final song. Asuna recognizes the melody as Shun's last song before dying. The Quetzalcoatl then takes them to the bottom of the cliff, where they enter the gate of life and death. Morisaki has wished for his wife Lisa's return, but her soul needs a vessel. Asuna is possessed, and Morisaki sacrifices an eye. To free her, Shin destroys the Clavis, returning Asuna to normal after a brief reunion with Shun and Mimi. Lisa bids Morisaki farewell, urging him to find happiness. Devastated, he asks Shin to kill him, but Shin tells him to live on. Asuna returns to the surface, bidding farewell to Shin and Morisaki, who stay behind. Years later, an older Asuna looks out at the cliff where she met Shun and Shin before leaving for her graduation ceremony.